Alright, so here is Soldner X2, the final prototype. Now the first one is Soldner X Himmelströmer. Very hard game. There's like 4 levels in it, I think. I myself have made it to the 3rd level boss, I believe. Possibly the beginning of the 4th level. It's very hard. It is a solid shooter where you will die after practice over and over and over. This game, on the other hand, is set up more like a game just to go through and play, unlock stuff. The other one was $9.99, I believe. This is $12.99, so $3 more, whatever. And that's just the start of us seeing games start to cost closer to $15, which they will start. Things will start costing more like 10, 15, and continue at 20. But things that used to cost 10 will now probably start costing 15. But oh well, whatever. So let's see here. Here's the awards screen, and it kind of shows you what you kind of look for. You can see it says my player level, so you do have kind of like experience in a way. When you, even though it's kind of silly because as you raise that level, you get more credits. But as you raise the level, you use less lives and credits. You can see how that works. And it says I have 944 out of 2,250 kills to get to level 3. My total playtime flying is 1 hour and 16 minutes. Unlock weapons, unlock specials. There's some statistics down there at the bottom. And you collect different little things like rings, item ups, whatnot. You also collect secret keys. As you can see, I've got all the stage 2 secret keys that opened up by stage 5. And I think you have to collect a certain number. So what I'm going to do now is go back to stage 1, try to get those rest of those keys, so keep moving along, open up the rest of the stages. There's 5 stages. They are great stages too. And all the high scores are online, it's pretty cool. 3,000 scores have been uploaded since yesterday. 54 million is the current high score. So I like to go here, make sure it's on the highest difficulty. I can go to normal now. You unlock challenges as you go, like it'll tell you what your challenges are. Like it tells me, okay, if I complete the first 3 stages without dying, I get a bronze trophy and an extra credit. So there's little things you can do. See, I could choose my stage, so I can go and work on a stage and try to get the items out of it. They're very hard stages. I don't necessarily like this, but it is pretty cool just to be able to go to those stages, enjoy each one, really clean them out, do what you have to do. But on the same note, you can still get the achievements and unlock your awards and your personal achievements by completing it from stage 1 to the end. So while it does open up the stages, I'm sure those of us who still play shmups have enough, you know, enough of a heart to just want to play the game like it is. You know, 'cause, sure you could say like it's just like the that debate over whether or not you should unlock all the cars in a game with the downloadable content the day it's released. If you want to do that, go ahead. I mean, if you want to play the last level, and you know if that makes you feel good playing the last level and just beating the game, which quite funny story, but I have friends who are like that. An old good friend of mine is just like that. All he wants to do is beat the game as fast as he can. It's his whole goal. I'm like, okay, so what do you do when you beat the game? He's like, I don't play, beat it again. Okay. So even though that's kind of a flawed way of thinking, here you can play the stages 1 to 7. Or like I said, you can go through them all and really explore them, which there is a lot of stuff to do in them. But like me, I just play from the beginning through. I don't like to jump. There's 3 ships you can go for. There's a hidden one here. You have the Nexus 2, it's like a bullfighter, basically. Primary weapons as a bullet gun, which is an effective bullet gun that kind of shoots, breaks open. It's got a magma cannon, which is awesome. It's kind of fast, and it's a nice ship. And here's the Thor. Thor's a little slower. It's extremely heavy and plated. Its primary weapons are a bounce laser, which bounces off of ships. and it's got a scatter gun, which is actually a pretty badass weapon. It shoots a big orb out, and then the orb blows up into many other orbs, like a shotgun kind of. It's pretty cool. But we're gonna use the Nexus 2 for now. And you can play 2-player co-op, which is awesome. Because how many newer shoot 'em ups have we played that, you know, give you that 2-player shoot 'em up? So here's my bullet cannon. And if any of you have played the first one, you'll probably remember how one of the secrets or the themes in that game was the use of your cannon and its power. And when you used it, it lost power. So you couldn't be shooting the whole time. You had to wait for it to charge up, and you could burn out. And sometimes you got special weapons, and they'd have like limited power. So that game was very tough in that aspect. This game did away with that. You have your weapons, you can use them whenever you want, it doesn't matter, you don't burn them down. You'll need them though, because there's a lot more shit going on. You switch with R1, L1, I got my magma cannon, so here's my magma cannon. It's a pretty cool magma cannon, it kind of bursts open there at the end. I think it's pretty cool. At the end, it's kind of waffles out. Yeah, it's nice not having the, Now see, here's another thing. There's a lot of elements to utilize in this game. So here, you'll notice that on the bottom right-hand portion of the screen, there's chain bonus. The chain bonus is affected by all those little chains that you see popping up on the screen here and there. As I grab those, it increases that chain bonus, and that's going to increase like the damage I do, because you can see there's little numbers popping up when I make contact with my shots and stuff. Those numbers will increase as your chain bonus goes up, your weapons will get more powerful. So it's good just to keep shooting things at a constant basis. You don't want to miss stuff, you want to make sure you unlock that stuff. Like there I unlocked those. As you kill certain things, you unlock more little circles, rings, and chains and whatnot. And you just want to keep gathering those. Keep gathering those. Yeah, it's nice having just the guns not running out. Because there were a lot of times in that game where, you know, I'm just used to holding down my gun and then boom, I'm out of bullets. Alright, so I have another weapon here. It's a spread gun. I don't know if this is good here or not, but... yeah, probably don't want to use that. But that's a pretty cool spread gun. It just goes out and touches all the ships around you. Just piling down. Alright. Oh, I hit that missile. You can get up on, like, really close to the screen and, like, see little things moving around on the enemy ships. Little gun turrets firing at you and stuff. I love looking at them, like, really closely. And just, like, the detail in this game is great. Some of the levels are crazy. Here we're just flying through space, but there is no, like, the whole background's 3 dimensions. You know, it's, well, not true 3D, but the 3D in the sense that there isn't, like, you know, 16 layers of the background in the shoot 'em up, or, you know, 32 layer background. Here we have a background that moves with the game, and it really utilizes the background later on in this game too, just to give us a really cool feeling to the game. So if you own a PS3 and you like getting things on the PlayStation Network, pick this game up. Soldner X2 final prototype. See you guys. Peace.